Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today we're going to be discussing how to satisfy the endeavor of substantial merit and national interest and EB-2 national interest waiver visa. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your EB-2 new case. Let's go. National interest. We've been talking about this for a year and a lot of examples, how to find the national interest, where to look at, what is actually endeavor. But now, Stanislav, you are saying substantial merit. Jesus Christ, is this a separate criterion? Is this just a part of the criterion? Please tell us right now. It's all good, okay? So let me explain. And sometimes I get a criticism from you guys, and you know, I'm open to criticism. There's no problem with that. I bring the discussion, I ask you questions, we communicate. Sometimes we find the consensus, sometimes we don't. But a lot of times I hear, Stanislav, you are calling certain criteria in this visa or that program that are non-existent. This is actually true. I don't deny it. Sometimes I come up with criterion or criteria, and again, guys, if I know for most of you English is second language, so criteria is the plural for criterion, okay? So criterion is a singular form, criteria is a plural form. How I know that? Well, I have a pedagogical education from back in Russia. I was supposed to be an English and German languages teacher. Of course, my German is non-existent at this point, but I think I'm pretty good with English lexicology and grammar. And of course, I make mistakes. There's no doubt about that. But I think I'm pretty good. So I can give you those little lessons in case you're interested. So why I come up with those criteria that are not existent? Well, because if I start listing the criteria the way they are in the law and try to explain it to you the way it's written, you guys not gonna understand anything. Okay? Maybe some of you will, the most advanced, the most prepared, but my purpose is to bring you value, not to confuse you. And sometimes I still confuse you, okay? And you guys yell at me, and I change things around. I bring changes to my flow, to my content, but I'm trying not to confuse you. I'm trying to get you to understand the law and the logic behind it. I break down the law for you, and I make the criteria the way we prove it in our memoranda. And by the way, memoranda is the plural for memorandum. And that's the document that we actually send to the USCIS, where we prove your case, actually, when we make your argument with the law and everything. Each criteria has sub-criteria and interact with other criteria. I break it down not the way it's in the law, but the logic behind it. Sometimes the law is going to have 5 criteria, and I'll tell you 7 criteria. Or it have 4 criteria, and I'll tell you 3 criteria, okay? So why I'm doing this? Just because I want you to understand the logic, not the exact wording of the law. Why I'm telling this to you? Because when we talk about endeavor and a national interest, I make it sound like those are separate criteria. And they actually are, but they within one bigger prong. Okay, and if you guys don't know what prong is, it's like, I believe the word is synonym. Okay, in Russian it's synonym. So synonym, I think the right pronunciation in English is, so they're synonyms, right? So the same meaning, different words, same or similar meanings. So prong and criterion are the same. Endeavor of substantial merit and national interest, it's actually one prong in the 3-prong test for EB-2 national interest waiver. All right, so I never talked about this before. I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now, but maybe just to avoid some of you like, I'm gonna kill you. That's not the way. Well, this is the way, right? So there are 3 prongs, but each of them have sub-prongs, sub-criteria, okay? So endeavor of substantial merit and national interest is a prong number 1. That you are a foreigner and is well positioned to advance your endeavor is a prong number 2. And it also has sub-criteria in it. Again, I'm not gonna go this deep right now. If you guys give me a lot of likes for this video, how many are a lot for me? 500! If you guys give me 500 likes for this video, which I don't believe you'll do, but if you do, I will go in a rabbit hole in one of the videos for EB2 National Interest Waiver. And I'll talk about Dan Azar, the matter of Dan Azar, the most famous case, the cornerstone case. I'll break it down to the space dots, I promise, if you give me 500 likes for this video. So please do. If you do, I'll make this nice video, go deep down in the legal terms, and you'll know EB2 National Interest Waiver in detail. And by the way, one of you commented on one of my past, very recent videos. Stanislav, thank you for the content, for your videos. Because of you, mostly because of you, I got approval for my EB2 National Interest Waiver. So someone of you watched my videos, filed the petition himself, and got an approval. What other proof do we have to show that my videos are the best? The second prong is you well positioned to advance your endeavor. What does it mean? That means that all your past experiences, your skill, education, similar projects, whatever you've done in the past, puts you in a position to implement the first prong. What's the first prong? Well, your endeavor with substantial merit and national interest. The third prong is that your proposed endeavor on the balancing test is that the US government is able and want to waive the employment requirement. And again, maybe I said it a little bit not the way it's in the law, but that's the idea behind it. So there is some balancing test, and you guys probably never heard of it, or maybe heard somewhere. When I actually talked about this in depth, and we will, if you give me 500 likes on this video, or more. What the test is about, basically we analyze that your coming to the States is going to be so beneficial, your endeavor is so beneficial to the US government that they are ready to sacrifice one employment spot for an American. And for you to understand, one employment spot, one job, is very important for American government. So your endeavor should be really good. But again, that's a topic for the different video. So let's go back to the substantial merit, because we always talked about national importance and endeavor, and by the way, is a separate criteria, but again, in the law, it's one criterion. So what's the substantial merit? How is it different from national importance? And how do we prove it? Good news, guys! You don't have to actually prove it separately from national importance, because in this sense, in this program, substantial merit of your proposed endeavor, and again, I call it a project, because Lord knows what endeavor means. In Russian, there is no translation for endeavor. I'm pretty sure in other languages there is none. Maybe in German languages, in the same similar group, maybe there is, but definitely not in Eastern European languages, okay? So that's why I'm calling it a project. That's very, very close to the endeavor. Guys, today we have an English lesson also. What's the definition of endeavor? Look it up. It says the attempt to do something, an attempt to achieve something, okay? So it's an attempt. What's an attempt? Is an effort. What's an effort? It's like you put some energy and time to do something. That's your attempt, that's your effort. And that attempt and effort has some goal. You have to achieve something. You have to want to achieve something. Well, that's an endeavor, okay? That's the translation definition of endeavor. And people from English-speaking countries, I know you guys watching me from South Africa, from Nigeria, from India, from Great Britain, from Ireland, from Australia. Let me know how you see the endeavor. Give me the definition of endeavor. Break it down to me. Maybe Stanislav, you know, he's an English second language. Maybe he doesn't get it, okay? Give me your definition. Maybe I'll take it and I'll use it in the videos. But again, the attempt to achieve something is a project, right? In a project, you have a goal, you know how to do it, and you're doing it. You're attempting to achieve that goal. So project and endeavor is really similar words. In this sense, the substantial merit and the national interest are very, very similar. It's pretty much the same. So substantial merit and national interest is basically one thing. And when we talk about it in a memorandum, when I explain your project to the immigration officer, I always use these words in a combination. I never prove them separately. So I don't prove it as a endeavor of substantial merit and endeavor of national interest. No, I don't do this because there is no need for that. When we talk about national interest, that kind of encompasses the substantial merit because this is the same, okay? If they remove substantial merit from the language of the law, it's not gonna change much, okay? And probably someone from Congress wanna argue with me that no, maybe there's something in it, but not something significant. Good news, guys, we don't have a new criterion to prove for the purpose EB2 national interest waiver, but now you know that actually what Stanislav has been saying for a year now is not actually what the law says, but even better. So maybe Stanislav, maybe you write the law in the future. Well, maybe, Lord knows where we're gonna get. But first of all, let me bring 10,000 of you here into the States. Once I bring you 10,000 of you to the States, then I'll see what I'm gonna do next. But that's the goal of my company, and all 7 departments in my company working towards this purpose. We all want to do the same. Bring you here, one way or another. Legally, okay? We're not doing this Mexico border crossing, which is completely illegal in my sense, especially if you plan it, if you have no case, if you have no political pressure in your country, you're just looking for a better life. That's not how it works, okay? But that's a subject of a separate video. All right, guys. If you want to know if you satisfy all those prongs in EB2 national interest waiver, all those criteria, you can do it for free with my company. How to do this? Very easy. Go down below in the description of this video. Find the link that's going to say a free evaluation of your EB2 NEW. All right? Fill out that questionnaire in detail. All right? Give me some respect, guys. Don't be like, yes, no, yes, no. That's not gonna work. Give me the detail, explain things, and you will see how you can do this. And within 48 hours, I will get back to you with the free analysis, with the initial qualification of your case. If I do see the potential in your petition, I will invite you to the complex immigration planning. And guys, no one is doing this. There's no such a thing in the immigration field ever. Do your research. No one is doing complex immigration planning. No one is doing it in 2 phases. When first you get a data manager who sucks in all the information from you, put it in a protocol. I analyze your protocol, and when we meet for the second phase, I have everything about you, and I can build the initial strategy how we're gonna file your case. And you will get it in writing, the whole document. Sometimes it's 6 pages, sometimes it's 20 pages. Imagine the volume, the amount of work that we put for your cases. So do the first step, get the free evaluation, and I see if I can invite you to the complex immigration planning. If not, you need to step up your game and watch more of my videos and do better achievements. All right, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. If you guys don't do this, you're not serious about your immigration to the States, all right? Because YouTube is great, but you never know what's gonna be in my stories. You never know what kind of educational content I'll put on TikTok. So don't disregard those. Follow me, be in touch, get a free evaluation of your case, and I'm Stanislav Shamaev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.